So here we have a new 2023 Chevrolet Traverse. This one comes in the LT leather trim level in the Silver Sage Metallic on chai leather interior. And our powertrain consists of a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6, mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. And as we get to the front end here, we do get LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights, and they don't flash. That's just how my camera picks them up. But really like the styling here. This Silver Sage Metallic just looks so great, and I've said this about other vehicles I review with this color. Just a really nice look there. Love the mirror finish on the grille. And really like these 18-inch aluminum wheels. Big fan of multi-spokes though. We get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. Power door locks here, power window controls here. Driver is one-touch auto up and down. Window lock here, power mirror controls. That's all the storage. Then we have a cup holder there. Power lift gate. We can adjust 3/4 max or off, and then we can hit that button to actually open and close it. Headlamp controls. And there's our power driver's seat with power lumbar support. Love how this chai leather looks. Let's take a quick look at the window sticker. All the standard features. And then this one just includes the rear camera mirror with the surround vision. Sticker's right at $42,840. But let's check out this rear leg room. So pretty nice. I'm 6'3", have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, and my knees are not touching the back of the seat at all. I like that we get the seat pockets on both sides. And then we have our automatic climate controls for the rear, and we can set the auto mode there, temperature, and then we can decide whether we want it on our feet, up top, or both. And then we have 2 USB-A charge ports there, little storage pocket in here. Excuse the lighting. We get the premium dome lights throughout, which I like. And there's our 3rd row. Get a little bit of leg room when that seat's all the way back, so you could fit bigger kids in here in that 3rd row. Then clothes hanger here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back. Fuel filler here. Close that. And then coming around to the back end here, we do get LED tail lamps, which is always nice. Dual exhaust. We just hit that button there to open the lift gate. And there's a view back there. And then I like that we have this big storage underneath here, kind of hidden. And then we can fold the 3rd row down, and it'll fold flat when the 2nd row is up far enough. Then we get cup holders and a USB-A charge port on each side. And a big plus for going from LT cloth to LT leathers, you do get the power front passenger seat as well with lumbar support. So that's a big plus for me. Glove compartment here, owner's manuals. And I really like how the black kind of goes with the chai leather. Looks really sophisticated. Let's take a look at the engine bay. And there's that 3.6 V6 covered up there. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So another big plus of going up to the LT from the LT cloth, you do get a heated steering wheel. Still leather wrapped though, which I like. I'm gonna actually keep that on. And then over here we get the 8-inch screen, AM, FM, XM radio, Bluetooth audio, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility, Wi-Fi hotspot. And then we have our climate controls here, dual zone up front, and then you can actually adjust your controls here, which I like. Very responsive. Takes some getting used to though, where everything is. And then you have your controls down here with your 3-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger. And then you have your rear climate controls that you can toggle as well from the screen. And there's our backup camera with guidelines that follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then we have a front camera as well. And then we have our curbside view there. Two USB ports, an aux input, 12-volt, wireless charging pad. And then for our shifter, to shift the 9-speed, you just pull the trigger back here, reverse, neutral, drive, and then low gear, and you can manually shift, and it'll show you in the digital part of the gauge cluster what gear you're in there. Cup holders, electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, press the brake, press down to disengage. We can toggle our auto stop here, and then our lane keep assist with lane departure there. And we do have two modes, tour mode, and then our snow mode there. Center console cubby space, removable tray. Quick look at the back there. And then here's that rear camera mirror. We can just toggle that here. Universal home remote, OnStar. And then we have our cruise controls to the left side of the steering wheel, just typical. And then we have our forward collision alert gap adjust. We can mess with that there. And then right side of the steering wheel, we do have our mute button here, voice recognition, and then these 4 arrows we can use to go through the gauge cluster. And blinkers here, automatic high beams, flash. And then we have our windshield wipers here, one time, off, intermittent, low, high. We can set our intermittent here. And then we have our rear wiper. We can set that there. And then pull back for rear wiper fluid, and then pull up for front wiper fluid. And then behind the steering wheel on the left side, we have our trackless radio station favorite controls there. And then behind on the right side, we have our volume. And it'll actually show you your favorites here on the screen when you do that. And then we have push button start. And there's our key fob with remote start. And next we're going to go ahead and take this 2023 Traverse LT Leather out on the road for a quick test drive. So I've driven many Traverses in the past, and the V6 along with the 9-speed are just a really good match. The 9-speed shifts relatively quickly, and the V6 has just enough power to be efficient and give you some power when you need it. But like I've said before, I also really just like how this rides, how it drives. You get the comfort of a 3-row SUV, but to me, this drives like a Chevy Malibu in a good way. Really comfortable, but not numb steering. And the ride is very smooth, but not too smooth, if that makes sense. And I drove an LT cloth just to compare, and I really think the LT leather is the best way to go if you're in the market for one of these Traverses, because you have a 43 grand sticker price, but you get your standard blind spot monitors, heated steering wheel, forward collision alert, lane keep assist, heated seats. And a lot of the stuff that you'd have to get the driver confidence and convenience package on the cloth, it already comes standard on this LT leather. And then you get the added benefit of having leather seats. So for an extra $2,000, I think it's really worth it. And also having the radio with the wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto too. But coming down the interstate here, really nice ride. You can expect about 27 to 30 miles per gallon. just depending on speed and other factors in terms of highway fuel economy. And I like how the brake pedal feels. It's not too strong, but you can put your foot down in it if you need really good brake power. And the heated steering wheel feels absolutely amazing. So definitely, if that's a big thing for you, I would recommend going with the LT leather over the cloth. And you're still in that price point without having to go up to maybe $50,000, $55,000 for a Premier or a High Country. And the biggest thing is you're gonna miss a sunroof and then cooled seats, but everything else, unless you're used to having it, you're probably not gonna miss. Well, adaptive cruise control is a big one for me, but ride quality, really, really impressive. And I really just like the visibility as well. The hood is sloped down so I can pretty much see everything in front of me. So it's kind of got that minivan feel to it when I'm driving down the road in terms of visibility, but that's it. This looks good, it rides good, and it really doesn't feel like a mom car in the least. But you have that same usability, which is great. Now you don't have power sliding rear doors, but other than that, this really is very, very van friendly, if that makes sense. A lot of those comfort features like the captain's chairs and the third row, being able to fold that third row and use it as cargo space. And that same feel too. Minivans to me drive very, very well. They ride good, the acceleration is good. They're just easy to drive, and this has that same feel to it. I have a Pacifica hybrid, and this drives just as good as that does. Mine's a bit more efficient though because I have the plug-in hybrid, but this one actually comes out a little bit more efficient, I think, than the Pacifica hybrid when you're just in your gas mode, because of course the engine has to charge the battery and also drive the wheels. So for long distance, I would definitely pick this over the Pacifica, but in town, in terms of fuel efficiency, I'd pick the Pacifica, but also this is not a minivan, like I said, so. But per usual, pretty impressed, and definitely think this is a good option. This is a 2023 Chevrolet Traverse LT Leather.